So what we want to be able to do here today is take the equation of a circle as we have here, x squared plus y squared minus 10x minus 8y plus 16 equals 0, and we want to be able to determine the center and radius. The thing about this equation is that it's not in standard form. Once it's in standard form, it's very easy to pull out the center and radius. So what we're going to do is some algebraic manipulation to convert it to standard form. And we're going to start like this. We're going to write the x squared term first. We're going to follow that with the x term. So I'll begin with x squared minus 10x. Next, you're going to want to leave a little bit of an empty space, enough that you can write plus a number or minus a number. So I'm going to leave a bit of an empty space. Then I'm going to write the y squared term. I'm going to follow that with the y term. I'm going to leave an empty space again, just enough for one number. Then I'm going to put the equal sign. Then this constant term, the 16 here at the end, we're going to move that to the other side by subtracting 16, where it will become negative 16 on the other side, because 0 minus 16 is negative 16. Okay. Next, we need to figure out a number to enter in this empty space and this empty space that we also will add to the right-hand side. Okay, and the way you're going to do that is this. You're going to look at the coefficient of this x term. It's a 10. It's a negative 10. We're going to cut that in half and then square that value. So negative 10, if we cut in half, is negative 5. Square that is positive 25, which we'll put in that empty space. But then to keep the equation balanced, we have to also add to the right-hand side. Okay, for this next empty space here after the negative 8y, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at this negative 8, cut it in half, that's negative 4, square that, positive 16, which we'll insert in that empty space, but also to keep the equation balanced, we have to insert on the right. Okay, now we're just going to kind of clean this equation up. Right? Now, I like to simplify the right-hand side first. Negative 16 plus 25 plus 16 is 25. Okay, now on the left-hand side, what we're essentially doing here, what we just did, is we completed the square twice. Okay, so the first three terms here, x squared minus 10x plus 25, we're going to write like this. We're going to put a parentheses squared. It's going to begin with an x, and then following that x has to be half of what this number here was. Well, half of negative 10 was negative 5. Okay. Essentially, x squared minus 10x plus 25, we rewrote as the quantity x minus 5 squared. Okay. We're going to do the same thing for the y squared minus 8y plus 16. We're going to write parentheses squared. It's going to begin with a y. And then the number that we cut in half at negative 8, when we cut it in half, became negative 4. Well, this now, if I can get my red to work, maybe not. This equation is the standard form equation of a circle. Now it's very easy to pull out the center and radius. The center has coordinates of 5, positive 4. The radius is the square root of 25, which is 5. And that's it.